Welcome to Total Coating. I was here, I wanted to demonstrate just a couple of items of the Linx 8900. As we come over to the screen, you're going to see that in comparison to the CJ400, you've got a 10-inch screen here, much larger than the CJ400. You still got your gas gauge, you still have all of your functionality across the bottom instead of on the side. But the big thing with this is it gives you the ability to go, you can check production schedules, you can check your rates per hour, you can set up a screensaver. You still get the accessibility of seeing the current message that's being run. We've got one just a mock-up here. But the primary reason I wanted to show this 89 is you've got a couple of functions. Instead of doing the pour-in bottles where you have a sure-fill code, these actually will only fit on one side. So your solvent goes on one side, your ink goes on the other. It will not accept the same. There's an RFID tag that you can kind of see just behind that bottle. I don't know if you can see those lines back behind there. You can kind of see it there now. But it's going to give you the correct configuration. If you were to get the wrong ink and put it in, it's going to give you that message. But that uses what's called a needle and septum. And if you look down inside there, you can kind of see it. There's an RFID tag reader right here. It tells you how much fluid you have left on your gas gauge, keeps track of all that for you. Has a service module that is 18 months or up to 13,000 hours. One that you pop in right over here on the side, very easy to do. You guys can do that yourself or you can have a technician do it. We do have your 2 ports for your shaft encoder and your photocell. One of the things that we discussed a little bit while we were on site is to have that shaft encoder, especially for the carousel where you're printing onto bottles. Gives you very consistent print quality. And then I'll show you this here in just a second. I'm going to pause the video, but you can see these 2 screws. I'm going to open this up in a second, but the big thing about the 8900 is it's sealed. So you've got your rubber grommet seal that goes all the way around your enclosure. You just simply push this in. So if you guys are struggling with dirty environments, moist environments for humidity, it's going to be sealed off. This whole unit is IP55 rated, can take a hit of water, and it's not going to affect it. So I'm going to stop. That kind of gives you the body stainless steel enclosure, what they call Gorilla Glass. You can touch that. You can use up to 7 latex gloves. Not that you need to, but with the COVID, that is kind of a popular thing to discuss. And then it does have the ability on the back. It's sealed off. We've also got our positive air, which will be included on the units that I quoted as well, where you can take this off. You've got a small filter, but it makes almost like a maze to keep some of those dust particulates out of there. So I'm going to pause the video. I'll send another one, but this is kind of the main body. You guys would be getting basically from this portion up. You don't need the stand or any of the cart. So that's video 1, and I'm going to do my second video that'll show you some of the head, and then I'll do my final video that'll show you the back entry into that.